everybody? It's your boy MP, and I'm coming to you live from the locker room before the very first game of my Rookie Revenge Tour. We're going up against a so-called blue chipper from this year's draft, and I'm looking to show the world who's really him.
All right. You feel like you're putting pressure on yourself to perform, by talking so publicly about this?
Nah, not at all. These kids were in college swiping their meal plans and doing problem sets last year. I was in Europe playing against grown men, running professional sets, and working on my game 24/7. Tonight is when all of that work, that's gonna pay off. Stay tuned. MP out.
A festive atmosphere inside the building as we bring you Friday Night Basketball on 2K Sports. Along with Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson, and we've got our reporter, Allie LaForce. All right, here's a look at the schedule for the Memphis Grizzlies. On Saturday, they'll face off against Pascal Siakam and the Indiana Pacers. Then on Monday, they'll go up against Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors.
In that game against the Lakers, that's going to be their 6th contest on the year. Fans will be curious to see how this team continues to form as the season goes on.
And the starting lineup for Miami, Jaime Jaquez out there with Bam Adebayo. Then it's Norman Powell, then it's MP, and it's Hero in at the 1 spot. And for Memphis, Morant runs point with KCP to his side. Jackson out there with Zach Edey. Grant, hard to believe that NBA games are back. Preseason pontification is over.
BA, you're spot on. No more guessing, no more wondering. The games count now. A lot of optimism could be about to vanish in these first handful of games. Got to check it out.
And coming into the season, MP was very open about his motivation. He wants to prove he's the best rookie in the class.
Well, you love the extra work MP has been putting in at practice and in the film room. He's talked about how he wants to grow faster, and I can certainly say I'm excited to watch how MP develops.
And now let's check in with Allie to see what she has on MP for us. Take it away, Allie.
Thank you. Well, we've seen glimpses of greatness from this year's rookie class, and tonight we have a couple of interesting rookies going head-to-head. I asked MP about the matchup. He said his goal is to become the best of his entire group. He's taking that on as a very personal challenge. Guys, you have to like that determination.
All right, thanks for the report. He's as competitive as they come. And so it's Memphis with it after the basket by Miami. And reaching the NBA, a lifelong dream for MP. He's put in the work to get here. Spent a season in France playing for Paris FC to develop his skills.
And what better place to develop your skills than with Paris FC? Over the last decade, a ton of great French prospects have gotten their start there, and maybe MP might be the first American to jumpstart his career with them.
The Grizzlies have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, thanks. The Heat knew they needed to add more shot creation, and this summer, they went out and got just that, acquiring Norman Powell, coming off an all-star caliber season with the Clippers, and doing so without giving up much draft capital in return, or even a starter. That has to be considered a home run for the Heat.
A great addition. Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Over the last few seasons, we've seen Jaren Jackson Jr. take major leaps offensively.
His scoring and efficiency has gone up, and it's been paired with his other defensive ability, and that has made him lethal. Now, if we could just focus on the rebounding.
He's off on the first. A story of 2 halves last season for the Grizzlies, Richard. At the All-Star break, second in the West. But things went south down the stretch.
Yeah, specifically their defense took a turn for the worse. They barely made the postseason and only to get swept by the Thunder.
And even as the Heat look to go younger, this is not a team with an appetite for lengthy rebuilds, Grant.
Yeah, BA. But one advantage they possess, when star players around the league ponder a change of scenery, Miami certainly has some great views.
Edey, the rebound by MP.
Aggressive move. I know he wishes he had that one back.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Out to Powell. Back to MP. 5 to shoot. Basket's good.
getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Grizzlies trail by 8. Jackson outside. Screen by Edey. Jackson finds Edey. And the shot is good. Drop it in off the front of the rim.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. A line change here for Miami. All right, let's take a second to view the 2K leaderboard and look at last season's top scoring squads. Second, Memphis.
And last year, I liked watching this team operate on the offensive end. The ball movement, the patience, the confidence. You love seeing all that come together.
We've got Brandon Clark, Scottie Pippen Jr. out there with Ty Jerome. Then it's Jaren Jackson, and it's Aldama in at small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Now here's Mitchell. Here's Fontecchio. Kept alive. MP, the follow jam.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Jackson gets the bucket.
Inside Jackson is so effective. His natural abilities give him the edge over the defense.
To the middle. Here's MP. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Jackson can't get it to go.
More often than not, he'll cash it in from that area. The defense might have done just enough to bother him.
Oh, Wiggins with the silky touch at the rim.
You love it when Wiggins is aggressive in the lane. That's when he's at his best.
Jerome passes to Aldama. Here's Jackson. The rebound by MP. MP's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Wiggins. Back to MP. Clock at 6. Where the screen. Lets it go from 14. And it's Miami with another.
That is one thing that you can tell from the start of his career to the end. That mid-range has improved and become very dependable for Wiggins.
Now here's Pippen. Yet to see a basket. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by Ware.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Pass to MP. Now Mitchell. He's covered by Jerome. The 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. This, their first look at this year's Miami squad.
These teams were similar last year, both in how they treated this head-to-head matchup and where they finished in the standings.
It's time to see which teams made the adjustments that can give them the edge. Some conference pride at stake here, too.
Heat leading by 14. Looking at the Grizzlies last year, all of their top 14 players in minutes played were in their 20s.
Yeah, in some ways it's a good thing. Bodes well for the future, but I think they can use some veteran leadership at times. It's a tough balance between youth and experience.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
So Tuomas Isalos decided to call timeout here. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. That'll do it for the first half of play. Miami out in front, up by 9. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
If you're shooting under 30% from three, try to find another way to score, man. This is crazy, Shaq.
Yeah, being one-dimensional, they're making it too easy on the defense.
Taking a peek now at the upcoming schedule.
Looking at Miami, they started the season on a high note. Now they look to improve to 2-0.
Yeah, they look strong in their first matchup, played with a lot of energy. We'll see if it carries over into this one.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Boy, you got to like what Ja Morant has done in this game.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
And on the floor for Eric Spoelstra starting the second half. We've got Norman Powell. Oh, fancy jam by MP.
Oh, man. MP, that was nasty.
A terrific view of that move captured on the connected cam, thanks to AT&T. Grizzlies trail by 11. Morant surveying the floor. To the inside. And in recent years, we've seen the value of 3-and-D wings skyrocket, Richard.
And that trend came right about the end of my career, so I never got to cash in on one of those big 3-and-Ds, but I did win a championship playing that role, so, there's that. When MP is having a night like this, you just can't keep him from getting the ball.
Second half rolling along, about a minute played here. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Bam Adebayo is big time. Coach Eric Spoelstra said, quote, the way he's worked over the years to add to his game has been incredible. He's one of the best passers on the team, and he's not afraid to take the shot in a big moment. He cares deeply about improving, and you see it in the results of his work. Back to you.
High praise. Allie, thank you. Andrew Wiggins checked in for Miami. The Grizzlies shooting the ball at 43% from the field. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Pass to Morant from the arc. The rebound by MP.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
And Ja Morant has said he wants to dial back his dunking for his health. Did that ever cross your mind, Richard, as an aerial artist?
Well, dunking can take its toll over time, but I was kind of a crash test dummy. I was going to keep jumping no matter what. Ja's a little bit more concerned with getting hit in the air.
And so it's Memphis with it, following the bucket by the Heat. Back to Morant. Fires the three. Rebound Miami.
And they have been cold coming out of the break, only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
Here's MP. Power move from MP.
Wow, they're really being taken advantage of defensively out there. No rim protection whatsoever.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Edey with a screen on Adebayo. Back to Morant. 5 on the clock. Oh, he hammers that one down right in the face of MP.
Ooh, as usual, Morant bringing down the house.
Now here's MP. Nice job by MP converting in tight.
They're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from inside.
Morant finds Caldwell Pope. And here's Edey. Pass to Morant. Not going to go that time. Oh, great D that time from MP. Miami leading by 15. Hero on the wing from outside the arc. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Edey's got 5 rebounds tonight. Adebayo grabs the board.
You hate to pile on, but his poor shooting night has really hurt the team.
MP scanning the floor. Pass to Wiggins. Now Hero from deep. Caldwell Pope pulls it in.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Hero against Morant, and there's the foul. It'll go on Norman Powell. That's his first foul. So for Miami. He's checked in for Memphis. Jackson against MP. Pass to Hero. MP, a screen on Morant. And there's Hero. That's good. On the assist by MP. MP's got 3 assists tonight. Morant and Jerome, that's their backcourt. Jaren Jackson out there with Santi Aldama. And it's Clark in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Aldama. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss. Miami leading by 19. Jaquez, the pass to Hero. From deep, MP. The rebound by Jackson. And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for the Grizzlies. Jerome outside. Pass to Jackson. Over MP. And it's off the back of the rim. No good.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Inside. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. MP, a screen on Jerome. 6 on the shot clock. Powell, it's good.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And we will have a timeout called by Tomas Isalo. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And we're about 3 minutes into the 4th now. Edey finds Morant. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. From the baseline. Edey, that's good. 1:56 left in the 4th quarter. Outside Jaquez. Pass to MP. The kick out to Adebayo. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 4 assists now tonight. Outside, Caldwell Pope. And despite the NBA's popularity, some folks criticizing the wide-open style of play.
Yeah, you know, BA, some of the artistry is lost when guys are mostly hunting for open threes. But for some teams like the Celtics and Warriors, that's been a championship-winning formula. And, well, we all know it's a copycat league. Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Heat.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
BA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And this one concludes with their 2nd victory of the year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for MP.
Honestly, I just love how relentless he is on the glass, making a big effort to pull the ball in and give his teammates extra chances. Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And MP with a basket on the assist by Hero.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
And as it should be, to be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're gonna go home feeling good.
And here's Morant outside. That one doesn't drop. So no problem for Miami as they get the win. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
And now let's go to Jennifer Quintana.
Tonight was a matchup of two top rookies, and you managed to come out on top. How do you feel?
Everyone knows I feel like I'm underrated. So of course I'm looking to prove myself. But I can only do that if we're winning games. So getting the dub tonight was huge. If we keep winning like this, I'll prove I belong, and we'll prove that we're contenders, like real contenders, Jennifer.
Awesome, MP. Thank you so much.
You're always welcome.
Brian, over to you.
All right, Jennifer, thanks. Good stuff. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Well, it is a special night for this young man, the home debut of MP. You know he's ready to show this fan base what he can do. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning into 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, and roaming the sideline for tonight's game, our Allie LaForce. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Anunoby. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then it's Jalen Brunson, and it's Robinson in at the 5 spot. And for the Heat, they've got Adebayo. Powell is out there with Tyler Hero. Then there's Jaime Jaquez. And it's MP in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Craig, now that we have a new season underway, what's most important for these teams to remember right now?
That it's a long season, Kevin. And I know we say that a lot, but it's the truth. And to just remember, there's going to be plenty of ups and downs during the course of the year.
You know, one thing about MP, he is used to pressure situations. Not long ago, he was leading his team to a European title with a win over a very stacked Istanbul team.
To get experience like that playing in a championship against other professionals, that's something that few rookies get to enter the league with. MP is very prepared for the pressure that will come at him in the NBA because of it.
Hero, no good. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. This, of course, their first chance to play Miami this season.
And on paper, you'd call them the better team, but they actually lost the season series against this group a year ago.
Well, this is where Mitchell Robinson can make his impact on the offensive end. Get the putback with that verticality.
Hero from long range hits the three-point bomb.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Brunson kicks to Towns. New York with a new 14. Bridges. The shot, no good.
Boy, taking what's there. Very good shot selection, just not the result you hope for.
Here's MP. Knicks with the rebound. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, in that game, I thought they took advantage of some sloppy play, but give them credit. They turned mistakes into points.
Well, you have to capitalize when your opponent has miscues, and give this team some credit. Every time that opponent turned it over, they capitalized.
Now, here's MP. Jalen Brunson missing his last shot. Adebayo with a screen for Hero. Up and in, off to an efficient start, 2 for 3 from the field.
And there's no hesitation from Hero. When the shot's there for him, he is looking to let it fly.
And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, guys, the Knicks look to go a little deeper down their bench this season. To that end, they signed veteran Jordan Clarkson and Gershon Yabusele. They fortified their reserves, and they hope it will bolster their roster for another deep playoff run.
Putting them in a good position. All right, chums, we appreciate the report. Outside, Towns sinks the triple.
Now, Towns has said he believes he's the greatest shooting big ever. That's how confident he is.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And Miami going with a whole new group out there. Then for the Knicks, Hart, he's checked in for Anunoby, and it's Clarkson in for Bridges. And the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game. New York trailing. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Sharing the perimeter spots, it's Clarkson and Bridges. Josh Hart up there with Yabusele, and it's McBride in at the point.
Pretty dime from Norman Powell. Listen, he wants to score it, but that's a great setup.
Here's Clarkson. Can't hit from 12.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Bam Adebayo is now the Heat's all-time leader in double-doubles. Bam said, I want to be #1 in some, if not all of these categories. I just have to keep improving and keep chipping away. And then it's just focusing on getting these wins. Back to you.
Good priority. Thanks so much, Allie, for the report. Takes a step back. Here's Clarkson. Pass to McBride. Buries the long-range jumper. McBride's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Powell outside. MP up top. Shoots. Out to Powell. Hard against MP. 5 on the clock. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. MP's got 4 points this quarter.
A great sign for MP in his career, the ability to convert in traffic.
Yabusele is screen on Powell. The shot by Clarkson, no good. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points.
Boy, you love to see the unselfishness of MP at this early stage. Pretty pass.
Knicks trail by 7. On the wing, Bridges. He's covered by Fontecchio. Bridges deciding where to go with it. McBride's shot is off. Last game for the Heat, they picked up the win against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
Yeah, facing that hostile crowd, they just found a way to kind of tune out the noise and focus on the game.
Well, the best way to silence a crowd is with your offensive game. Those fans got quiet in a hurry when the buckets started raining down.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. A different look for Miami. Adebayo is checked in for Khalil Ware. Jaime Jaquez comes in for Fontecchio. And Hero subbed in for Davion Mitchell. And then for New York, Towns, he's checked in for Gershon Yabusele. OG Anunoby comes in for Bridges. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Clarkson. Now here's Brunson. Coming off a stellar performance against Boston. Hart finds Towns. Back to Hart. The 3. New York, no good that time either.
Bad defense, bad shot. Neither working on that play.
And last season, the Heat with their worst finish in a decade. Greg, it was surprising.
Well, the Jimmy Butler saga hung over the middle part of the season. The team's best player had 1 foot out the door even before they traded him. So now this team pivots towards that younger core.
The offensive skill set for Karl Anthony Towns, Greg is a 7-footer, is very special, to say the least.
The outstanding shooting, the post play, and he's worked on his defense. He may never be elite at that end, but he ignites an offense.
And the first one at the line is good. Zador's with his diverse offensive repertoire. Karl Anthony Towns is a matchup nightmare.
Absolutely, Kevin, and the reason being, he's right. He's one of the greatest shooting bigs in history, but the man is a great straight-line driver. Good luck checking him.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Tyler Hero has been leading the charge for the Miami Heat. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Looking at the Knicks, you can already see they have the makings of a good team, but they also have things to iron out.
And talking about our game now, a very solid first half for the Miami Heat.
They've done a lot of things well, but I look at the second chance points. That's where they're doing the most damage, guys.
Comes down to 1-2. Right now, they wanted more.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And what can you say? Towns, an impressive effort here.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. You talk about dialed in.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
Adebayo is out there with MP. Then it's Tyler Hero. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Jaquez in at the 3. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. Hero passes to MP. Shot clock at 6. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
You can't have that type of miscue in this moment, in this game. You have to be on the same page.
Here's Brunson. He's got 8. Shoots over Hero. It's hauled in by the Heat. MP's got 5 rebounds tonight. And back in the day, guys like Bird and Magic competed for championships as rookies. But Doris, we haven't seen that in a while.
Kev, you have to remember, Larry Bird was drafted in unique circumstances. He was drafted a full year before he left college. And for both Larry and Magic, they joined talented veteran teams. That would be like the Celtics or Warriors drafting Wemby. It would be the exact same story.
Towns, the screen. Pass to Bridges for the lead. And he's good on the 3-ball. Bridges has got 5 now.
Boy, you have got to be pleased with the start of this third quarter. 3 for 4 out of the gates. Just keep your rhythm now.
Here's Hero. And he lays it straight in. Hero's got it all tied up now for the Heat.
And this is why many are high on Hero. Possesses ability to kick it up a notch and just take over.
Here's Brunson. Brunson with the defense all over him.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Hero kicks to MP. Bridges with the board. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Brunson surveying the D. 5 to shoot. Great D that time from Hero. He'd have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And Adebayo throws it down.
Don't take your eyes off Bam. When he comes off the floor, he gets up and the slams are just too good to miss.
Towns finds Bridges. A fadeaway, and he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
And GA, you started your career with the Knicks. What memories do you have from your time in New York?
Well, after winning a championship in college, it was great to play for a team in the NBA that had similar aspirations, so many great veterans to learn from, and a Hall of Fame coach.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. And New York making a change here. Hart's checked in. With the break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard to show us the league's best shooting teams last season. Number 5, the Knicks.
Hard to shoot the ball any better than they did. I mean, they weren't the best in the league, but, man, they were right there.
The 3.5 minutes gone by. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth. They've got Towns. Hart is out there with OG Anunoby. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Kolek in at the 1 spot. Towns the screen. And that one's good. Kolek. It's a tie ball game.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screen.
And the dunk by MP.
The desire to win, it fuels MP. He doesn't let anything get in his way.
It's been a little while since they've been in the lead.
And that's why this is such an important possession for them.
Towns a screen on Wiggins. Clarkson passes to Hart. Looking to end his cold spell. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
MP against Clarkson. Here's MP. And the dunk by MP.
Oh, to have young legs. MP gets off his feet in a hurry for that finish.
Outside, Towns. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. 6 to shoot. Here's Clarkson. It's hauled in by the Heat. MP's got 8 rebounds in this game.
He's so frustrated. Hasn't had a make all game. It's making it very difficult for them to find any success.
And the dunk by MP.
MP is cooking right now, and folks, this is exactly what we expected from this young man.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. A different look for Miami. Jaime Jaquez, he's checked in for Fontecchio, and it's Powell in for Andrew Wiggins. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Mike Brown was saying to the team. He told his team, once you grab the rebound, run with the ball. Don't give them a single second to catch their breath. We control the pace of this game, not them. Guys, expect the pace to pick up.
And Allie, thanks so much.
Yeah, don't be fooled by the height, guys. Brunson is a terrific finisher inside.
Powell outside. He's off from 3.
And they've had the edge in rebounding all night long, and none bigger than that one right there.
Towns outside. Up top, Bridges shoots it. Towns outside. Fires away from outside. Not going to go.
Boy, when you're trying to make up ground, every shot counts. You have got to be selective.
MP getting it done against contact. It's MP.
Boy, you love to see young guys committing like this. Absorb the contact, be willing to mix it up. MP, yes, sir.
Here's Robinson. Oh, what a play inside.
Wow, Mitchell Robinson embracing the moment and a big-time bucket.
And that one is good.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Mitchell, he's checked in for Miami. Outside, Brunson shoots the three. Now Anunoby. Here's Towns. Just 5 on the clock. Outside, Bridges. Can't get the three.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down and try to get some easy ones. And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up. Oh, needing a bucket there. Towns doesn't hesitate.
Now MP for three. Oh, MP sinks the triple.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
Brunson fires. Robinson, good.
Well, you want Mitchell Robinson to finish with strength and authority, and he does there.
And they go to the intentional foul. Here's Mitchell. And so they foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
And I'm sure he would like to have had all of those, but he's still able to pad the lead.
Brunson, now Towns, from outside, three, good.
When your stars shine bright in the toughest moments, Towns the look of a superstar.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. That's off as well, so he misses both.
Yeah, just a golden opportunity that's lost right there. Now, we still got a game.
And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Any ideas on strategy? Being discussed right now in that hole.
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
And I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Brunson outside. To force overtime. And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
Now let's send it over to Jennifer Quintana.
MP with a double-double in tonight's victory. It seemed like whenever your team needed something, you delivered. Your thoughts?
We trust in one another, you know? And we know who we are and what we're after. When you're on the same page, it's easy to see what your team needs and what needs to be provided. Tonight, I played provider. Tomorrow, it could be someone else.
That's great, MP. Thank you so much.
For sure.
Kevin, over to you.
Hey, thanks, Jennifer. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Dorisburg, Greg Anthony, and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in tonight. We'll see you later on.
MP's going to surprise a lot of people, man. He did a really good job going up against those guys in Europe as grown men. I think he's a really good sleeper pick for Rookie of the Year this year. Shout out MP.